wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Free Mind by Tim's.
Page news.
Tim's will be joining us next hour. You know what that song reminds me of?
What's that?
I can't pronounce her name. I just met her too. Goapele. Closer to my dreams. It's got that same energy.
Yeah.
You don't know Closer to My Dreams?
No, I
Everybody
don't know
knows that song.
Everybody knows that.
By the way, I would have to hear that one. Maybe you're singing the melody wrong.
By the way.
All right. Well, let's start with some quick sports. Last night, the 49ers beat the Jets 32-19 in Monday Night Football.
Wiped their ass with the Jets. Left
Sure
doodle
did.
stains all over the Jets jerseys. Green, white, and brown.
Jesus. All right. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Top of the Tuesday, isn't it? Jeez, what did I walk into?
What the hell was that? What kind of fake Harry Potter
Top
ass
of the
action was
Tuesday.
that?
Harry Potter.
Top of the morning to you. Hi,
It's
Mom.
Tuesday, isn't it? All right, y'all. So Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump, they're prepping for their high-stakes debate. It happens tonight at 9 p.m. So the event has heightened importance with a new Siena College New York Times poll showing the race is very, very close. It's likely to be their only debate before Election Day in November, as we, have seen in the past that they can't seem to agree on a lot of stuff. But the 90-minute event will take place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a swing state that could determine who wins the presidency. So Barry University's professor of political science, Dr. Sean Foreman, he says it's must-see TV, adding VP Harris needs to explain her stance on policies, and former President Trump, he needs to show some restraint and some couth. Let's hear those comments from Professor Sean Foreman.
Part of it is the novelty of Kamala Harris. People still don't really know who she is, what she stands for, what she would do if she's elected president. I think what Kamala Harris needs to do is not engage in personal attacks with Donald Trump. She's been pretty good about that so far and not responding to the things that he has said about her. He needs to not make any silly comments that will distract from what he's trying to accomplish. And that is to show the stark contrast between the Biden-Harris administration and what Trump would do.
Yeah, go ahead.
ABC is the host, of course, and they will carry it from 9 p.m. Eastern. A bunch of networks will also carry it, including the Black Information Network, so we will carry it live at binnews.com. Go ahead, Shar.
I can't wait. Tonight is the night. And I don't see how the vice president loses. Like I've been saying, if it's just a straight up regular debate, Kamala washes him because all Trump is going to do is lie, and he can't explain a policy to save his life. And if he has a meltdown, which I believe he will, he's going to attempt to overtalk her and insult her. He won't show any restraint. He won't show any couth. And I believe he's going to self-destruct right there on that stage. And there's nothing he can do to make his base not ride with him, but it's the undecideds and the independents and those hypothetical swing voters that's going to be watching like, whoa,
But do you think,
I can't rock with that.
But do you think people will get a better understanding of Kamala Harris after this debate? Because that's what everybody's been saying. They want a better understanding, but I feel like
I think it depends on how
she's been doing it so much the last couple of weeks of talking about her policies, where she stands, how she feels about everything from the LGBTQ plus to small businesses to border control. She's been talking about all that.
I don't know if it's a better understanding as much as a lot of people just simply don't know her. And that's the reality of the situation.
Will they know her after this debate? Because this debate.
Yes, because the last debate, 20+ million people watched.
Huge stage. So as long as she uses it correctly, and I'm pretty sure she will, especially after what we watched with Biden, they've been prepping her. She's gonna. I think this is gonna be.
They was prepping Biden too.
Well, it's
So
a
again,
different level
don't say
of
that.
prep.
And Vice President is a way better debater
Yeah,
than
it's different.
Joe Biden. Y'all must have never seen the VP debate, but you need.
I'm
you need
speaking.
Yeah, you need to go back and watch against Mike Pence. You need to go back and watch some of her old debates when she was running for senator. Like she gets busy.
So again, ABC News, 9 p.m. Eastern. The debate will not have a live audience, live microphones, or written notes for the candidates. Now, moving on, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, he's touting Vice President Kamala Harris's record in advocating for LGBTQ rights, as you just mentioned, MV. So while speaking at the rights campaign dinner in Washington, D.C., Walz called the Biden-Harris administration the most pro-LGBTQ plus administration in American history. Let's hear those comments from Walz.
She helped President Biden pass the landmark Respect for Marriage Act, requiring every state and territory to fully honor same-sex and interracial marriage. And she helped stop the ignorant and Byzantine practice of banning gay and bisexual men from donating blood. From a prosecutor, district attorney, attorney general, U.S. senator, and vice president, yes, by the way, she's more qualified than anybody that's ever run for this office.
I mean, that's a simple debate, right? Republicans want to strip away LGBTQ rights. Democrats want to uphold LGBTQ rights. That's a simple conversation.
Well, we're going to continue to talk about the issues that matter to people in the next hour. Migrants, IVF, 9/11 coming up. So we'll discuss more about it.
All right. Well, thank you, Morgan. We'll see you next hour.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Laura LaRosa is filling in for Jess. Let's get in some front page news. Now, quickly, in some quick sports. Last night, the 49ers beat the Jets 32-19. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Good morning. So Haitian illegal immigrants are draining social services and generally causing chaos. That's what Republican VP hopeful J.D. Vance said on social media. Meanwhile, local officials in Springfield, Ohio, are dismissing rumors about Haitian migrants in the city that have been circulating on social media. Trump running mate J.D. Vance and other high-profile individuals have shared online posts referencing claims that people who are in the area illegally have been abducting and eating pets. Here's YouTuber Anthony Harris. Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Of course, you got to take it to the extreme, right? So here's YouTuber Anthony Harris with his take at a recent city council meeting.
These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They're running into, they flipping cars in the middle of the street. It's getting bro, I'm getting thousands of views on these. And it's going to get bigger, and it's only going to get worse. And y'all sitting up there in these chairs, all y'all need to get out here and do something. Y'all making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Y'all need to put on a T-shirt and some Crocs, and then y'all need to come out here in these streets, and y'all need to go out here and I'm out here before the police is. Like, y'all need to do something, bro. Y'all really got to stand on business. Y'all getting paid all this money just to wear a suit and sit in a chair. I think it's crazy, bro.
So the city of Springfield spokesperson Karen Graves says local leaders have gotten no credible reports or specific claims that pets are being harmed, injured, or abused. City leaders have requested federal funding to support social services for the thousands of legal migrants who have moved into the community in recent years, but they have not referenced any kind of criminal activity. Of course, this comes as the violence and corruption has been on the rise in Haiti following the assassination of their former president, late President Jovenel Moïse in 2021.
Well, question, Morgan, who was that young man that just spoke? Like, why is he a credible source?
Yeah.
He was just speaking at a recent city council meeting. Meeting. He's a YouTuber, Anthony Harris. What he says is that he goes out and he sees and he's capturing a lot of what's happening. I had a difficult time finding his stuff, but he's at the city council meeting, letting his voice be heard.
Got you.
Yeah. So, of course, it is also being reported that armed gangs have gained about 80% control of the capital in Haiti, Port-au-Prince. So there has been an influx of migrants coming this way. And Springfield, Ohio seems to be getting the brunt of that. And that's where those complaints, I'm not sure if you guys have seen those reports, but no pets are being harmed. Just making that note. Moving on. So Donald Trump is heading to Southern Arizona this week after this debate. Following the presidential debate, he is going to speak in Tucson on Thursday, which includes remarks on housing. The speech will be given in the afternoon at the Tucson Music Hall. Meanwhile, former Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley, she says she disagrees with former President Trump's proposal to mandate in vitro fertilization treatments to be paid for by the government or private insurers. Now, she made the comments on CBS's Face the Nation. Haley said although she disagreed with Trump on this particular issue, she still wants to see him get elected. Let's hear more from the former South Carolina Governor, Nikki Haley.
I don't have to like him or agree with him 100% of the time to know that life for Americans would be better under the policies where we have strong immigration, where we have law and order. I don't need to sit there and like someone to decide those policies are better. We want that option to be available to everyone. But the way you do it is you don't mandate coverage. Instead, you go and you make sure that coverage is accessible.
Haley went on to say that Trump's policy platform as a whole would be better for Americans than Harris's proposals. Haley also criticized vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance's recent comments criticizing women without children, saying that kind of messaging by the Republican ticket is not helpful.
And that's why I believe Republicans really dropped the ball not making Nikki Haley the nominee.
That's your girl.
Do you know how nuts it would have been if Democrats ran Vice President Kamala Harris and Republicans ran Nikki Haley? Mm-hmm. Also, Donald Trump dropped the ball by not making Nikki Haley his running mate. If he would have made Nikki his running mate, his campaign would have a whole different feel to it right now, and that would be a tough ticket to beat because all those traditional conservatives who don't lean MAGA would vote for that ticket, and I think she'd be able to get a lot of independents and a lot of undecideds because that all-male ticket right now that's just screaming of misogyny and, got people like J.D. Vance calling women childless cat ladies who shouldn't have a say in the future of this country because they don't have no kids. That ain't working.
It's ticket tone deaf.
That ain't working.
Speaking of the future of this country, Congress is back to work following their summer recess, and a possible government shutdown is looming. Current funding for the government runs out on September 30th. A potential shutdown would see federal agencies and national parks close. Public services would also be limited, and millions of workers could be furloughed as the November election approaches. A stopgap bill will likely be needed to avoid a shutdown as Congress remains far from reaching an agreement on a full-year funding bill. So, yeah, we've got a lot of work to do this week, people.
All right.
That's front page news. Presidential debate on tonight, ABC News at 9. And if you are out and about and you want to listen to it, download that free iHeartRadio app. Listen live on the Black Information Network and BINnews.com. That's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me on social at Morgan Media and make sure you're following the Black Information Network at Black Information Network. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Morgan. All right, now when we come back, Tim's will be joining us. All right, now her album Born in a While is out right now. We're going to kick it with Tim's when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.